the white and black speckled ones in a cage that these two were in, and they were just starting to lay eggs.
Thanks for checking out this video on my channel, Just M Outdoors. I spent a week building a coop, and I'll have a video showing that process as soon as I finish it, but it was all for these cuties, the 11 quail we bought recently. This video shows our first week together, and at the end I will share my overall thoughts about it.
And then there's this one down the leg, but not past the ankle.
Okay, gotcha.
Then you'll know which one he is, but...
When we first got them home, Bean was initially curious. He ran over to see what was going on in this box. But after that, he started to hiss, and he was actually pretty upset, I think, that we got them. So we had to let him adjust a lot slower than we thought. To pick them up, we brought our own storage bin with a makeshift lid made out of chicken wire that was zip tied together. Their new indoor coop space was all set up for them and ready to go. The challenge was just getting each one of them into that space.
Pretty girl. It's a big girl. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Like, they're squirmy. They just squirm around.
Come here, little baby. Oh, you are cute. You're okay. The last one. Look how much poop they put down.
All right, everybody's settled in. Everyone's getting their little nibbles in, and it's nap time. I gotta whisper because we got some sleeping people in the corner. Look at how they just fall on each other. Look at this guy sleeping with his head in the food. They're so cute.
Day 2 inside, we lit up their cage with these lights that are going to be in their coop eventually. And over here, we added some coverage so that they can hang out, and I just put in some hard-boiled eggs for them. We are having a problem where this older one right here is being a hoe and pecking at the other guys because they just met the other day and are in this new space together, but let's see how it goes. I look in, and there's an egg. Oh my gosh, it's literally day 2, and one of our big ladies just put down her first egg. I am gonna reach in and grab it. Gosh. Oh my gosh, day 2. In this space, we got our first egg in an RV. This is awesome.
The only reason we have eggs so soon is because some of our girls are 3 weeks old and some of them are just about a month older at 7 weeks, the laying age. This was their first ever dust bath and they loved it. Later in the video, I will talk about all the details of the dust bath.
All right, the ladies had their first mealworm dropping, and this is their first dust bath setup. So, seeing how they like these things.
Everybody figured it out at one time and now everyone's over here.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. See? Oh shoot. Another egg, and it's only day 3. This is egg number 3. Going in. Oh, let's see. Nice. Egg number 3, and the first one with the little calcium buildup.
All right, well, I'm gonna cut it open.
That was not a clean cut, but better than me. All right. See, buddy.
All right, we introduced a little bit of his treatsy, and he has broken open the yolk.
While they're in this little thing, oh my gosh, I am spot cleaning daily with just a plastic fork, and I'm going around and finding obvious poopies like this and picking them up and putting them on a plate, a used plate, and then throwing it away. That's what I'm doing to clean them, and then once a week I'll do a full change. Day 4, egg number 4.
And this one looks different.
Okay. That poop stuck to it. Oh, all right. Wow. Wow.
This is something they do regularly. They scratch away the pine and they just roll around in all the little crumbles. And this head whip right here is so cute. If you've ever seen like a cat do the same thing, I think it really means, you know, it's a sign of how happy they are, I would say. Here again is going to be another example of that head whip. So cute. The double head whip even. I just love that so much, and I love to see it because I want them to be happy, happy, happy. Now this is something I have no idea what it is, but I've seen it happen a couple times, and it's like, I thought maybe it's a yawn. I wonder if it's maybe like a dry throat, but I can't figure out what it is online, and I'm going to ask the person we got the birds from soon when I see her again, but if anyone knows, let me know.
Giving the girls some mealworm when I saw this other egg. It's pretty cold, and it was like hidden. This is egg number 5 on day number 4. This is day 5, egg 6. I was just cleaning out the coop and found this. And they have to be inside for a few weeks, so this is the setup. Every day I take a plastic fork and a used paper plate and I spot clean all of the poop. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright, next I need to clean the water and get new water for them. Now I put the rocks in there to prevent anyone from drowning, because apparently when they're babies, they're not coordinated very well and they drown. They're past that stage now, but I've kept the rocks in there to kind of maybe help it stay clean a little bit, not fill up with wood chips so much. Alright, I'm going to mix together their dust bath. It is first a layer of this peat moss. Now the second layer is food grade diatomaceous earth. And that is pretty much like a fossil shell flower. It's like a fossil that's been fossilized for a long time that they grind up, and it protects the birds from bugs. It's like a bug repellent. It also makes this like flowery dust that they like. So again, this is an enrichment activity for the quail. They like to throw the dust up on their back and roll around in it, and they do that in their coop anyways, whether there's wood chips or this mix, but they especially like this mix. Both of these things in here are not environmentally friendly. The peat moss, there's an industry destroying a bunch of peatland and bogs in Canada, and they diatomaceous earth, also digging up a bunch of shells, so let's figure out what is a better thing to use. We're thinking like hay maybe, hay balls or something like that, but this is what we're using right now, and we'll try to find an alternative, we'll see, but they're gonna love this. This gets about so messy that we learned we need to literally cover them up to keep the dust down. And again, they have to be inside while it's still too cold outside. It is in the mid to upper 30s at night, and it has to be a little bit warmer. So got it all covered up, and now they can begin the digging around. All right, everybody is cuddling, and they just had their little dust bath, but I'm going in because I see it. I see an egg. Whoa, whoops. Ooh, dusty. Oh. Thank you. Day 5, egg 7. This one from today is massive. Look at it. This is our first ever egg, 13.1. The green egg, green brown egg, 12.1. And now this jumbo egg we got today is a real jumbo coturnix. It says 19. The girls are about to get their first finely grated chopped carrot. I guess the beta carotene or the carotenoids in the carrots deposit directly into the yolk and help with the rich color. So I'm going to be trying to give them carrots as a snack from now on. So let's see how they like it. Okay. I do not think they like it much, or they would let me know and they'd be going crazy for it, but instead they're just not that interested, so I'll just leave it in there and see what happens. The quail panic when you turn their light off, so we're gonna see how they respond right now. They jump around like crazy birds and try to get out.
Since we learned that they panic with any sudden changes in their light, we now dim the lights for like 15 minutes before bed, and I also dim them on in the morning to prevent that morning panic as well.
It is day 6. Everyone's laying down again, but I am about to disrupt that piece, and I am going to be cleaning the coop completely and putting in a new type of bedding to see if it helps with my partner's allergies that he's been having to the pine shavings. So this is aspen shaving, and it's supposed to be better for allergies. So we'll see how that goes. But first, we have egg number 9 on day number 6. This is my first time doing a full bedding swap. I'm trying to do that about once a week and then doing daily spot cleanings. So I'm going to glove up because I don't have anything else to use. And I'm going to use my hand to scoop all the stuff out and see how it goes. Don't you look out. Don't you look out. They are looking out. So I'm going to put up this divider wall to keep them from coming onto the side that I'm cleaning. Oh, sorry. On this side of the box, I put in multiple layers of cardboard. Well, that was smart to put multiple layers because you can see it is saturated a little bit here. So, multiple layers of cardboard on the box side. All right, I need to replenish the layers. Now the new bedding goes
in.
All right, the girls are about to be released to the other side, and they're about to go crazy for that new bedding. So week 1, these are the 2 beddings we've gone with. This is the one that everybody goes with. It is a pine bedding. It costs $8 for 41 liters. And this is the one we've switched to for inside. It is aspen kiln dried, and it is 141 liters. So this is 3.4 times larger of a bag than this, and the price difference is only, this is 2 times more expensive. This is $16 and this is $8. So I would start with this one. This one doesn't make us sneeze as much. I think it's going to be better. It's also softer. Before I have anything in the coop for them, any more food or water, look how happy they all look. Look at those chicken legs, just sprawled out, loving the new bedding, I think, honestly. I am now going to mix their food. So I'm using this 30% protein game starter mixed with a ratio of this chick starter that is 18% protein. I'm doing a 3-to-1 ratio. And then I have oyster shell powder, which is 2 to 3% of their daily food. So it's 2 to 3% volume of the jar of the oyster powder. That is 2 tablespoons of the powder, but since I only have 2 egg layers, I'm only going to do 1 right now. Eventually, I'm going to make one of these up for every day, so I don't have to do this daily. And I just went out and bought a bunch of these jars to pre-pack them for their daily food. Everyone is very happy eating and drinking their new water. This took me 1 hour to clean the bedding, to get them new food, and to filter new water. So that is a chore for sure, but they're so happy now. All right, day 7, spot cleaning. Who's ready to have a clean space? I just saw an egg be laid live. I'm pretty sure I heard it drop into the pan. It's a big one. It's our big brown one. Thank you. Day 7, egg 10. Someone was happy in the dust bath. Saw this happen. Thank you. This is a thank you. Day 7, and I'm trying to train them to know this treat sound. What do you think? Do they know it? I think they know it. Oh yeah. Flock party. This is actually a covey party. That's a group of quail. Covey. All right. Day number 7. Thank you, Butter Pecan. Thanks for tuning into my quail video. This is my week 1 review after officially having them for a week. It's Wednesday. We got them last Wednesday, so I have some opinions to share, and I'm gonna do that now. So we have 11 birds. We think one of them is a boy. 2 potentially could be boys. We'll have to see about that. And
what I've learned in that time is that we want to have the quail, you know, for ourselves, and we also plan to take them to the market, their eggs. And eventually we want to move into processing them for meat, potentially. That's like a goal of ours in the coming years. So for us, starting at 11 birds was great, but realizing how much it is for them to eat and their poop that they make, 11 birds is a lot for just someone who wants them for themselves. 6 is probably good for just your home in general, for your family. Cleaning. This is the biggest thing that was like, whoa, like they poop. And it's also, again, because I have 11 of them, so they make a lot of poop. Each quail is pooping like, you know, 50 to 100 poops a day. I feel like I'm cleaning up so much. I'm going in and I'm spot cleaning, and I thought that spot cleaning was just going to be temporary while they're inside, but like I'm realizing that spot cleaning helps to keep the bedding good for long. It helps to keep them from literally living in their own shit, because that's not what I want at all. It keeps it way more clean in the coop, which I want my birds to be living in a really clean space. 11 makes for a lot of mess. So this is all of the cleaning and the 1 layer of cardboard that I had in the coop laid down. This is from only 5 or 6 days, and this is like all bunch of bedding and pine shavings. And yeah, pretty much I thought I would be doing spot cleaning, but I think that's gonna be a regular thing just to keep them as clean as possible. We ended up also switching the bedding, which I showed in my video, from the pine shavings to the aspen shavings, and I'm loving that a lot better. So I would just start with that because of the volume and how much more you get for the price. Just go there instead. Food and water, they actually go through 1 jar a day of food and 1 jar a day of water too. So, and that is adding up to be, in just 1 week, they have split this 5-pound bag nearly in half, probably gone through about 5 pounds of the bag. This is a 10-pound bag, which was $12 or $13, and they also have a 40-pound bag for $25. So I'm going to be buying the 40-pound bag, so that can last me, hopefully, you know, a little longer. But I am splitting the food as well with the chicken starter, which helps. Yeah, this just surprised me that they went through this bag like so fast for me. So food actually does, you know, it really adds up. I'm already adding it up and doing quail math now, and I can just see how the numbers will end up rolling out if I feed this all the time to them. So it's good that I'm doing a mix, honestly. Overall thoughts about the quail are positive. I love having them. I'm really glad we decided to do this. General thoughts though, they are not easy. It's not something you can get and just like forget about. This is the first time I've had, you know, like a farm animal, or this is really a game bird, but the first thing I've raised for like its meat or eggs. And you think maybe you're gonna get it and you're not gonna have to tend to it much, but there's a lot of tender, like, love and care that goes into owning any animal. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's not easy. It requires time. Changing the bedding, all of the bedding, I think, and the food and water took me like an hour one night. And I think regularly, you know, my spot cleaning was taking 20 minutes to spot clean. So if I'm doing that, you know, once or twice a day to preserve the bedding, and to keep it clean, like it adds up to be a chore. It's also interfering with our travel plans right now, so we're not really sure how we're going to plan travel plans if I have to pick up the quail eggs every day. Like I have 11 quail, so I'm going to be getting 11 eggs a day. After just a few days, you can see how that adds up to being like 40 eggs, possibly if a long weekend away. You're going to have 40 eggs when you come back. So there's like that to figure out too. How are we going to travel still and work out our coop to be able to have it maybe more automated, or have things set up to stay so that we can go places long term, or like for a few days. Like I said, overall, it's a lot of love, dedication, and enrichment. So you know, have to do a lot of extra things, give them treats, give them, you know, mealworms, clean the bedding, add new stuff, and just like not have their home be a boring space. So when we get them in the coop, we're going to be decking it out with like baskets and hiding spaces. Right now we have that branch in there, which they love to go under there, and that's been like a good laying spot for them for the 2 layers. But once I get the coop finished, which is going to be happening soon, and I will have a video on that shows the entire process of this
coop build, which I'm really proud of. But overall, I would say I'm super happy, and I'm looking to expand on this now and see about meat and eggs. And I'm really excited to go to the market in just 2.5 weeks now. So thank you so much for watching my quail video, and I hope you learned something about keeping quail, and I hope it inspired you to get started as well. So thanks again.